welcome back to Eleutheria, where we talk about all things liberty. My daughter just said something random to me. What did you say? My daughter and I have just been watching The Umbrella Academy. And I had some choice comments to make about it, so she was filming me reacting to a rather silly TV show. And she's going to upload it as clips to her TikTok. So, yeah. It's going to be quite fun. How's everybody? How's the election doing? Because I'll be honest, I haven't really looked at it today. Anybody else looked at it today? I'm going to open the Politico web page for the first time since yesterday and have a look at it. Where is everybody? Why aren't you saying hello to me? It's weird. I'll watch it with you, but it's very weird. Also, can you guys let me know if my mom's TV is too loud in the background? Because if it is, I'm actually just going to have to find a new place to stream from. If this microphone doesn't mitigate the noise, then there's really not much I can do. Seriously, are my comments not working in StreamYard or something? Because it really looks like nobody's commenting. Can I tell you what happened to me today? So, it's only gentle. Only gentles, yeah. So my mom let us know that through the WhatsApp group for our community, she was notified that the water was going off at 7:30 this morning. And they posted it to Facebook at 5:30 this morning as well. So I went in the shower before 7 and yes, that's why you heard me. And I filled the bath with water because, then you can use buckets to flush toilets, and also our domestic worker comes on a Thursday, so, she would have needed water to wash floors and stuff. And the water didn't go off. So now who knows when that's going to happen? And I have a bath full of water that I don't want to just drain because that's waste. There's nothing more annoying than inefficient municipal services that can't even get their cut-off days right. Seriously, nothing more annoying than that. So anyway, I wanted to make today's episode about what we can do as average citizens if our favorite candidate doesn't win. And I know people are going to say, oh, but US politics doesn't really affect us. Guess what, Susan? It does. And you know who put this into perspective better than anybody I've ever heard before was Gareth Cliff, either on Monday or Tuesday morning. He said, the reason why we care about this and why we should care about it is because it basically dictates the freedoms of the world. If the free world, America, turns communist, our freedoms will be restricted. There is no two ways about it. Freedom of speech, Second Amendment rights, liberties that Americans, I thought, took seriously. Yeah. If they, quite frankly, if Trump loses, this COVID and Corona nonsense there's not going to be a single powerful nation that can fight back against the UN. There just isn't. So if he loses, you can expect lockdowns to be a thing. You can expect for all countries to lock down every winter. Mandatory vaccination will be a thing. Travel passports will be a thing. Really, there's, yeah. It's scary. Hello, JC. How are you doing? How's your blood pressure with everything that's going on? Is there any news I should know about? Because I'll be honest, I have election fatigue. I'm checked out. I've checked out. I really have checked out. I don't even want to think about it. I just want to monitor what the background noise sounds like on YouTube. Hold on. I actually can't hear my mom's TV. I don't think. So it's good to know. This microphone's doing its job. Okay, so dead people are voting in Michigan. That's lovely. Okay. So sorry, my boys are being a bit crazy. So is there going to be Supreme Court cases? Lots of patriots on the death register. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah. And then, so I was watching Bridget Fantasy. Bridget Fantasy was on Michael Malice's live stream again. And they were saying, now they're moderates, okay? Basically, I think that's the best way you can describe them, is that they're moderates. They're disgusted with the left, and they really don't like the right. Bridget Fantasy describes herself as a woman that likes guns. Husband just got home. So yeah, they're moderates. How else can I describe them? And they were saying, they just don't understand this outrage, this fake outrage at Trump or the Republican Party, or if you have a problem with some policies, then go out there and do something to act against them. So you think the Trump administration is against gays, go out and help a gay person. Go out and help a gay couple get an apartment. Or, you know, you think the education system is cuck, go out and help some kids, you know, tutor them. Or like sitting on flippin' social media spewing vitriol doesn't do anything. And I think that that's something that the right is going to have to accept. And they will. They will be more accepting of it than the left were when Trump won in 2016. But we're actually, the right is just going to have to double down and fight the gun legislation and fight lockdowns and fight, you know, we're just going to have to become more and more vocal. And I really think that this this alternative media space is going to grow, because we're just going to have to talk more and get the ideas out there, and perhaps start actually producing original content showing us doing the things. Now, I've always been a bit of a person who has said, you know, don't post your good deeds on social media. You know, you don't need to advertise your good deeds on social media. So I'm not saying go out and give money to poor people and then video that and put it on Facebook and stuff like that. No, that's cringy. That's gross. Like, just get involved in grassroots movements and, you know, don't show the people that actually are benefiting from those grassroots movements. Just talk to the organizers, perhaps, or, you know, I don't know, show yourself painting a classroom. I don't know. I don't know what the balance is between, you know, basically virtue signaling, you know, showing yourself doing something for charity, and actually just inspiring people to go out and change the things that they don't like about the current administration, or working against the current administration. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? Let's see what JC is saying. Hopefully the rep and the Senate will keep them on their toes. Yeah, hopefully. I gotta admit, like, I do not understand this American politics thing at all. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the popular vote, the electoral college vote, and then the Senate. Like, how can the popular vote be, by the looks of things, red? But Biden's going to win because the electoral college is taking it. And then the Senate is still red. I don't get it. I should probably get a guest on that can explain that to me. I really should get a guest on that can explain that to me, because I have up until last year, I didn't even have an interest in politics. And then I started realizing that just because I don't have an interest in politics doesn't mean it doesn't affect my life, and it's not interested in me. So, yes, it's very weird that the counties are red, but the state has turned blue. Like, and I mean, let me show you this Politico map. Joe doesn't even understand it, gentle. Joe got Chris Wyatt to explain it to him last night. And I was doing yoga, so I wasn't really concentrating. I suppose I could go back and watch. Hello, Laura. Yeah, I just think that the overwhelming message at the moment to everybody, but especially the people that tend to get outraged on social media and, I don't know, get videoed screaming no when Trump gets sworn in. Um, I guess my message to them is like, just go out and do something in opposition to the administration. Like, don't wear a mask if you don't have to. Um, don't don't be a racist. If you think Trump's a racist, don't be one yourself. Um, there's so much that you can do that you don't have to sit and wallow in pity. So, like, yeah. Hello, XTS. It's very cool to have you back. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, just be a little bit more active in your communities. Like, we were talking about, and we often talk about becoming state proof on this channel. There's plenty of people entering the alt media that are tackling that topic one little bit at a time, And yeah, just do it. Make like Nike. And of course, support Paratus. Aware, Mr. Punisher? It's a very cool jumper, hey? It's a very cool jumper. Do you know what my husband likes about it as well? Is the hoodie. Because it like sort of sits, like if you want to wear a peak cap underneath it, it like really sits, it sits really nicely. I like the pocket. I really like the pocket. So yeah, what did you guys think of my thumbnail? Which is why my mug's not facing the right way. I like my thumbnail. There we go. Beth in the hood. Where's the tweet? I want to retweet. I've been really crap at tweeting out my video links this week. I haven't even really wanted to stream much this week, to be honest. Yeah. You know what the problem is? So I've decided to like put together some promo videos and some intros and, stuff like that. So I've been working on that. So I downloaded a ton of videos, which has involved watching myself a lot. And I'm going to be really, really honest. I don't know why you guys are here. Like, I don't know why you enjoy watching me. I really don't. And I don't understand why you keep coming back. Because I look at myself and I think, oh my word. So, yeah. So I think I'm having a bit of an imposter syndrome week. And I feel like I'm not really adding much value to the battle of ideas. And I'm just... I don't know. I think maybe I'm burnt out a bit. I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, that's the week I've had. I'm curious how you've been keeping, Mr. Punisher, because I know you haven't been around much. I mean, I know you like have a job and stuff. So yeah, I get it. But how are you? Thank you, David. I love it too. I was saying I love the hood. It's like, it's really nice. Do you know what? Do you know what my husband did? So he ordered this from Paratus. That would be paratus.info/shop. And because he wasn't sure if he'd be home when the parcel was delivered, he asked them not to like label it so that I wouldn't figure out where it came from. Turns out he was home when it arrived, and he like hid it in his cupboard. He said, "No, it's flavors for vape juice," and I was like, "Bullshit." But anyway, I let it go, and he gave it to me on my birthday, and I was like, "You're so naughty," because I mean, he bought me my mic and my arm, and yeah. So yeah, I got spoiled. Thank you, Mr. Punisher, because I'm super mom. And because I'm an honest, funny woman. And Mr. Punisher agrees with it. Take a break like Ramon did and refresh. Okay, I am actually taking a break next week. I'll be off on Thursday and Friday next week. So it's just a long weekend, but it is a break. And yeah, I think I just need a reset, and I need to actually I need to get more organized. And I know I say this every single day when I stream, basically, and I say it to my husband and I say it to my friends, and but I really do just need to get, yes, I am on live. I really do just need to get more organized and actually use the calendar pages that I printed out that I now just use as a mouse pad. Laura, that's not a dig. And yeah, just get a little bit on top of this game and like take it more seriously and stuff. And I think then I'll feel better. I won't feel so down. Storm's mum wants him to keep an eye on his long hair after he wanted to cut it. Family pressure. Well, now that it's summer, I can understand that you'd want to cut it off. So yeah, that's something you're just going to have to figure out. But you need to do it for you and not your mum. That's all I have to say to that. Mr. Punisher says he's very well, thanks. Super busy with work stuff and no complaints because he's super busy with work stuff. And yeah, that's the way it should be. I'm glad that certain businesses are picking up again. I hope that means the cash starts flowing as well. Because I know it's one thing being busy with work, and then you give a client 30 days to pay or longer, and then they still don't pay because they also don't have cash flow. So like, yeah, I can't imagine what it can be like in business these days. And I'm sorry, I need to be evil shouty mom now. Sorry. Yeah, burnout, psychological tiredness, real things. Yeah. And I just feel like tyranny is just winning everywhere at the moment. Like with what's happened with the US election, I just Like, I can't make head or tail of it. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't want to spread fake news. But it's really, it's unusual. And it's, you know, when someone like Colonel Chris Wyatt says that he wishes he didn't say it in as many words, so I don't want to like misquote him. But he basically said that he wishes he never served his country. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing and rewording and all sorts, so please don't misquote me to him. Yeah. That's when it really hits home. It knocks the wind out of you. So yeah. Gentle has some advice for cutting hair. Don't cut it, just trim it, then everyone wins. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know, do you guys have any ideas on how to counteract tyranny right now? Or should I just jump to the Politico website? Because I did say I was going to do that. Okay, so here we have it. Wisconsin's been declared as blue, but it's very close, so they could request a recount. Minnesota's been declared. I think it's too far for them to ask for a recount. Illinois has always been blue, or maybe not always, but it is blue. Michigan's been declared. Pennsylvania, they're still counting, and Trump's in a good lead. So, North Carolina, Georgia, like, yeah. Switch to electoral votes. This makes even less sense. Have they honestly still not declared Alaska? Do they really think Alaska's going to turn blue? How can only half of the vote be in Alaska? Please tell me how we're sitting on the 5th of November and they've only counted 50% of the vote. Can someone explain that to me? Please. Storm's been chilling with American people of the North over the last few days, and he knows more now than before. Kind of feel more too. Feel more what? I know 200 characters is not easy to put it in, but yeah. So it's only 6 more electoral votes and he's won. What? Yeah. told you that kid is weird.
I scrolled too far. I scrolled way too far.
Hashtag spoiler alert. Hashtag spoiler alert. Just saying.
I scrolled too far. Way.
Not very populated in Alaska, so maybe it takes 5 days to get to the polling station. No, they have decent polling stations everywhere. That's the other thing. It's not that populated, therefore there's not that many votes to count. Therefore, more than 50% should have been counted by now. Or is my brain just too logical for this game? They extended the time. Now they allow people to send in their ballots after the election in Pennsylvania and North Carolina. What do they think? It's going to turn blue? There are physical voting submissions and votes by mail. Perhaps 50% of Alaska couldn't be asked to go to the polls. No. Alaska has always, well, I'm not going to say always because things do change, but Alaska's been a red state for a very long time. It's a very conservative state. We actually met a family in Mozambique last year that are from Alaska. They're very conservative up there, and conservative Americans take their ritual of voting very seriously. They don't believe in participating in mail-in ballots. They go out and they turn up in person, and that's because that's just what you do. It's a ritual. So, no, not buying that. And Storm has become more invested in American politics. Yeah, I have too. Because I've actually realized, like, what I like about them. And why the Democrats can't win. They can't win. Bye-bye, Mr. Punisher. You stay safe too. Alaska is conservative and they operate quite on their own. Yeah. Yeah, they do. I mean, they are separated from the lower 48. I mean, so is Hawaii, but yeah. Yeah, it's just different there. My husband says he'd like to live there. I don't think he'd survive in the cold, but yeah. Any South African moving to the US and then after 19 years of being there running in an election. Well, we can't be president, but we could run to be governor, like Arnie. I could be governor of Texas. They had a female governor in the 40s. I could be governor of Texas. That would be cool. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you think I could be the governor of Texas. And no, I'm not saying I'm going to move to Texas. We're talking hypotheticals. There we go. Beth on a Republican Texas ticket. There we go. With the way the presidential election could go in 2024, might well be. Yeah. Well, that's going to be the first in a long time we're actually going to have our local general elections in the same year as the US has theirs. That's going to be interesting. Fuck, guys. Kamala Harris can't win this one. I'm sorry, because it's not even about Biden anymore. Like, I don't understand what exactly happened with American politics that candidates like Andrew Yang didn't make it through to run. I don't understand it. It really looked like they wanted Trump to win. I don't know. Hashtag vote for Beth. Really. Now we know how we can get rid of the ANC. Ballots in the mail. Tried and tested in the US. Might just get a Jan van Riebeck vote ballot. I don't know, gentle, like, if you just go back and watch Chris Wyatt on Joe's, like, 6-hour stream last night. Just, like, skip through to the part where Chris Wyatt was on and just look at how visibly upset he is. I'm sure there are plenty more people that have powerful positions that can actually bring justice for this. Because, yeah, it just doesn't make sense what's happened. It doesn't make sense at all. Oh yeah, you were there, weren't you? I don't remember. I have such brain fog as well. It's serious brain fog. Yeah. 2020 just keeps on getting more weird. It really does. Here's an interesting thought. You see, when inexplicable shit starts happening, that's when conspiracy theories start flying. Like this. What if the Democrats planned COVID-19 for the mail-in ballot fraud? And watch YouTube censor my video because of that. How's the fact-checking going on Facebook, though, as well? I just scrolled through Facebook a little bit last night, and I saw somebody was saying that there's been ballot fraud, and they commented with a link to a video to somebody in, it was either Michigan or Wisconsin, that they were saying in the voting station, they were handing out Sharpies. They were telling people not to cast their votes with ballpoint pens. They were handing out Sharpies. And they must mark the ballots with a Sharpie. And then, because they use an electronic reader, and then it wasn't picking up the ballots that were marked with Sharpies that they were handing out. And for us South Africans, a Sharpie is a Kokie. Hello, Mr. Paul Hart. Welcome. Everybody's been asking after you, wondering if you're okay. So, can you just let everybody know if you're okay? That you've just been busy? anything is indeed possible. Yeah, apparently the ballots that were marked with a Sharpie were disqualified. So it wasn't being picked up by the electronic reader, from what I could tell from this video. Okay. And then the Facebook fact checkers said that this has been demonstrated to be false, and gave me 3 links to news articles. And I'm sorry, but when you have to defend something so vehemently, I kind of start asking more questions about what you're really trying to cover up. Like, what's your real agenda here? Facebook. Well, that's what I thought. I thought you don't vote with a Sharpie, but apparently because this woman in the video she was adamant, and it looked like when the video cut off that somebody was challenging her. Somebody had overheard the video she did, what she'd said for the guy's cell phone camera. And you know what, screw it, I'm gonna find it. I remember where I saw it, so I'm just gonna find it for you guys, and we can watch it together. How's that? Gentle says he's alive. So he is alive. He's just in his cave of gloom. Hello, Melpit. What flavor vape juice do I use? I don't actually know how to answer that because my husband mixes my vape juice. So I've got this one, which I think is more of like a cappuccino flavor, I think. And then the other one's got more coffee. I don't actually know. My husband mixes our own juice, and he makes me my own special Nick Salts juice, and I have 20 milligrams of Nick Salts. He put it back up because I was vaping too much. So probably the stress and, I don't know, boredom. What's your favorite to vape, Mulpit? Not yet. I don't think. People are saying we might not know until the 14th of December, Paul. So I'm just going to look for that video on Facebook for you guys quickly. He's probably mixing narcs in there to keep you docile and obedient. No, he doesn't need to do that. I'm so flippin' docile as it is. I'm just finding that video for you guys about the Sharpie ballots. Sorry, I just have to scroll through this person's timeline to find that video, so just bear with me whilst I look for it. Oh, how's this meme? It's not who votes that counts, it's who counts the vote. That was Joseph Stalin, in case you were wondering. Good grief. Sorry, I just have to find the posts from last night. This person shares a lot of stuff, which is awesome because I get a lot of my show material from it. So I'm not criticizing you because I know you also watch my show. So I don't want you to think I'm complaining about your prolific posting. Maybe send Gentle some of my juice. She looks like she may need it. No, Gentle smokes. She doesn't need my juice. I'm sorry. Like, I have to scroll a lot. I'm sorry. I wonder. Oh, geez. I think I'm actually just gonna try a search. Sharpie ballot fraud. See. Oh, it was actually, might have been Arizona. I found the fact checking. I can't find the original video. Damn it. Let's try a Google search. It is worth the wait. It really is worth the wait. You already took the button on a date. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not frozen. Yes, I moved. Mannequin challenge. Melpit says, they only started vaping like a month ago, off cigarettes now. Well done, congratulations. Don't have a favorite juice yet. Most I've tried are very sweet. Yes, we find this as well. It's a market thing. People like sweet vape juices, which is why we mix our own. Well, my husband mixes it. So, are the blue things on your head new? Makes you look pro-like. Paul, when last were you here? Because this is new too. Just saying. And I got this the same day as I got this. And the camera's new as well. Although you probably haven't noticed much difference in the video quality. Because it is a pretty good camera. Even though it was only 700 Rand. Remember when Biden spoke about the largest fraud organization? His campaign said he misspoke. Yeah. You know what the funny thing about having a senile old man as your candidate is that he doesn't remember the lies that he's supposed to tell to the public. So when he misspeaks, yeah. Paul is still being civil disobedient. Sharpie ballot fraud video. Come on, Google. Don't let me down. You know, it's no point going to factcheck.org because they're not going to show me the video, are they? Obviously, Google's not going to. Sharpie ballot fraud video. Yeah, okay. So I tried DuckDuckGo. And I just want to see if it's actually going to give me the video. That's just a picture. An election day video shot in Arizona has drawn scrutiny nationwide after voters in the hotly contested state reported being issued Sharpie permanent markers to fill out their ballots as opposed to the standard ballpoint pen, raising concerns that ballots filled out with the markers will not be properly counted. Filmed outside a polling station in, I can't say the name, Maricopa County, a woman on screen can be heard telling a man recording footage of the incident that poll workers were handing out Sharpies to voters, triggering vote counting machines to reject ballots. Despite the issues, poll workers seem to have barred the use of pens, maintaining that ballots must be filled out with Sharpies despite having pens on hand, and barring voters from using their own or each other's pens to vote. There were two people in front of me that used the Sharpie that was given to them by the poll workers. It did not read their ballot, and they slid it in there twice. I used a pen. I took their Sharpie and threw it away, and it read my ballot, the woman said. They had a bowl of pens behind them that they were not giving to people and only giving Sharpies out, she says, as another woman appears to corroborate her story. What's more is the woman in the video says that after posting an account of her troubles voting to a local Facebook chat, more voters described a similar experience, all seeming to revolve around a region surrounding the town of Gilbert, a heavily Republican area. I posted it on my Facebook group chat in my neighborhood. They said they did it at the Queen Creek Library. They did it at ASU Polytech earlier. That like 4 different polling places were doing Sharpies all in, like between Queen Creek and the edge of Gilbert. Oh wait, the video's here. Hold on. Let me just address your comments and then I'll share the video. And I apologize for the kids screaming outside. I did not want to mention the big knob in front of your face. Seemed quite inappropriate. Yeah, it's okay. German Joe already had a dig at my big microphone and everything last night, after calling me a pixie, so don't worry. Congratulations, Americans, you had your first third world election. Yeah. Well fucking done. I'll finish the stream, then get my hair did. Malpit is vaping strawberry cheesecake right now. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Listen, if you're interested in mixing your own, there's groups and stuff. So you can always get in touch with me. I'll pop my email address in if you're interested. But my husband has been on like a 5-year learning curve getting it right. So I'm just saying. That's very passive aggressive of you, Paul. Yes. Malpit, I know you're a little bit newer here than Paul is. Paul constantly teases me about stealing my husband's shirts and shoving them in pillows and socks. And he just generally likes to give me a hard time. And I tolerate him because it's Paul. And because he's been a fan for a very long time. I'm just going to share my screen so that we can watch this video. Share audio. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm getting to the damn video now. Okay? There. It's there. We're going to make it full screen, hopefully.
We're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Explain one more time.
So the people that were in front of me, there were 2 people in front of me that used a Sharpie.
Yes.
That was given to them by the poll workers.
Yes.
It did not read their ballot.
Okay.
And they slid it in there twice. I used a pen.
Yep.
Took their Sharpie and threw it away.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my ballot.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my
so
ballot.
what they're doing is they're telling people to use the Sharpies. That way,
Yes.
those votes aren't counted.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So there was other people that were in there voting with their pens, and they literally went around and they were yanking pens out of their hands.
Yes, they tried to do that to me, and I took their Sharpie and I hid it because then they said, look for all the Sharpies that are not being used and take the Sharpies back. They had a bowl of pens behind them that they were not giving to people and only giving Sharpies out.
There we go. So the ones with the Sharpies are not being read at all.
No.
No. None of those ballots are being read.
Of course not.
So that's and so they're doing it because they're trying to skew all of the votes in
Yeah,
there.
and they
That's
didn't,
exactly
and they
what's
didn't
going
try
on.
to even slide it more than one time. They immediately took it and slid it in the front, like not even tried a second time. They just
That's correct.
ran it through and slid it in the front, and I was like, wait a
That's what they
second.
did with yours?
Yep, and I just went with a Sharpie, voted Trump, and she just slid it in, and that was it. But
But they're not counting. They're not counting the ones with the Sharpies. And so they're forcing people to use the Sharpies, and those votes aren't being counted.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Right. And then I posted it on my Facebook group chat in my neighborhood. They said they did it at the Queen Creek Library. They did it at ASU Polytech earlier. They're like 4 different polling places were doing Sharpies all in, like between Queen Creek and like the edge of Gilbert.
Yep. And those ones are not being counted.
Yes.
They're invalid.
Yes.
Yes.
like I approve.
So they're invalidating votes is what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I just,
That's how
I
it
took a
feels like.
picture of my
Okay.
ballot. For
And then
Trump.
there was a guy that directly came out and yelled at me 3 times. They both came out.
Oh no, they called the sheriffs
You guys
and said
stop.
that and told us to stop handing out the ballpoint pens, in which case those are the only ones that are actually being
Yeah.
counted and validated.
I used your pen and then I
Yeah.
sent it back to you and I
And
said,
they're-
give this to somebody. 'cause this
Yes,
works."
yes. And so we know that, and we've been telling them you need to use a ballpoint pen, not the Sharpie, and now those are getting invalidated.
Yeah.
So people are coming here to vote for Donald Trump, and those votes are all getting invalidated. That's what's going on. There we go.
That is the exact video that I watched last night on Facebook that Facebook told me had been fact checked and it was untrue. But I've posted the link in the live chat to the article. You can read it for yourself. I'm just trying to exit full screen. Oh, come on. This is from conservativewar.com. So, there you go. What you make of that? Newsweek says that hundreds of Republican Arizona voters are claiming poll workers instructed them to use Sharpies that weren't read by voting machines, a conspiratorial claim now being investigated by the Attorney General's office. We have received hundreds of voter complaints regarding the Sharpies at polling locations. Accordingly, we sent this letter to Maricopa County election officials. Let's get some answers. There was a tweet. Videos and claims emerged on social media Tuesday night into Wednesday morning from people who said their ballots were rejected due to the Sharpie marks, but several top election officials and the Arizona Secretary of State say Sharpies were widely used and the machines did count ballots marked with the brand name markers. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. I'm sorry that you're not a fan, Paul. I'm sorry that I misspoke on your behalf. I apologize and retract my statement. However, I still tolerate you. No, I'm not done. Oh, I have been going for over an hour. Okay. Joe Biden just seems so creepy. Yes, he is. Biden is like a creepy old man hungry for votes. Yep. Democrat observers move lunch boxes around in Detroit. I think he was prompting a lot because she already told the story and then he wanted to get it on camera. So that's why. I love how Britney Spears' Toxic is playing in the background. Matches the theme of the video. How does Facebook know it's untrue though? Were they there? Well, this is the thing, JC. Like I said last night. Oh, actually I said it this morning on a post that I saw. It's like, you know, can we get these fact checkers to come and investigate crime in South Africa? Because, like, really, we could do so with some fast solving of crimes. Fraud or no fraud, the fact that the vote is so close makes, I'm assuming you mean makes you nervous about the groupthink in America. I know, like, 2020 really has just become weird. I'm sorry, the boys are hitting each other, now one's crying. Bye, Paul. Stay safe. Storm says, as Beth said earlier, whatever the outcome is, there will be a recount. Yeah. I think there will. Well, Chris was saying last night he thinks that it must just be called invalid and have a new vote, have a new election. Hello, Russell. Let's get it done. Enough of the delays. Let the chips fall where they fall. Oh, like, I don't want Biden to win. I really worry about the entire world if Trump's not in charge for the next 4 years. Like, I don't like the man, but geez, he's the only person that's had the balls to stand up to the UN amidst all this crap. Or should I rather say the World Health Organization, which is an arm of the UN. So, fact checkers are bots, yeah, gotta agree with that. Where there's conspiracy, there's a theory. Yeah. Here's a fact to check. Dolphins are gay sharks. I can tell you now that dolphins cannot be gay sharks because dolphins are mammals and sharks are fish. So there you go. And on that nutshell, last 2 comments. But if they are having a new vote, the Democrats will have to print their new fraudulent ballots. Yes, they will. And we need to not give them time to do that. Biden could be the oldest president, 115 years old. Okay, this is a fair point. But okay, I don't want to contemplate this scenario because I'm already an hour and 6 minutes into the show, so I'm gonna sign off. But you've given me something to think about, Russell, so thank you. All right, everybody, this has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty. Remember, no matter who wins, go out and do something in opposition of the policies that you don't like. And yeah, don't wear a mask if you don't have to. Stay safe, and I'll catch you tomorrow.